What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Boy, I am excited to talk about some goodies we got from Banks. This customer has got their monster exhaust with their sidekick tip, Cerakote in black. I'm going to show you how to install this on this 22 Super Duty with 20,000 miles. Let me know if you guys want to get this installed onto your Super Duty yard, guys. Let's check it out. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We have another installment from the Banks Performance Group. Big shout out to them for providing my customer this great looking exhaust. This is going to be going on this 22 Super Duty with the 6.7. It's got about 20,000 miles on it, and this is going to be from the DPF back. Super excited. This is going to be lowering EGT temps and actually allowing the exhaust to evacuate the DPF much faster than it would be if it had the cat, or the little resonator I should say, in the over the axle tailpipe section, and the pipe still has the over the axle particulate matter sensor. A lot of guys don't know where that's at. We're going to show you exactly what that sensor is. It is reading obviously the last parts of the emissions that's leaving the DPF. So still have functionality for the California guys. This doesn't require any program or anything. It's simply bolting on, removing the old exhaust, and slip fitting these together. Hope this doesn't roll off. Please don't roll off. And new clamps. They give you 3 5-inch exhaust clamps and this brand new black Cerakote exhaust tip, side kicked to the side. Really cool. We're going to get this installed. Let me get the truck lifted up and get a little better access to the underside and show you guys what we're going to have to take off. It's super easy, and you'll be able to do this without a hoist and in your driveway. That's even better. All right, we have the truck in the air, and we preemptively are heating up everything, as you can see where the PM sensor is, and we've already jump started and went ahead because being here in the rust belt, and I just got penetrant dripped on me, this was really rusted in there, and I had to get out the torches, and it pretty much started to round off, but we were able to save it a lot of time, and I think we're going to be able to reuse this. So note to self, everybody, if you're living in the rust belt and you have to take this sensor out, you are going to need the torches. That's hot. I just touched it with my glove. Torches right here. It came immediately out once I heated it up. The rubber oil still burning off from my glove on from that sensor. But going forward, what you're going to need to do now, you're not going to be able to take this whole section off of the truck. You're going to have to disconnect these 3 fasteners. There's going to be a gasket here, which I have reused, and you're not going to have a problem unless it's completely rotted out. But this truck's only got 20,000 on it, and it's not going to be in bad shape. So you're going to disconnect this, and eventually you're going to pry out these rubber isolators, or this section from here. I have a special tool. I'm going to show you how I use it, and or you can use a pry bar. Maybe I'll use a pry bar for one and the special tool for the other one, so you can get the rear extension pipe down. But the DPF back part that Banks supplies you is going from the DPF back. So once you get this section down, it's going to leave you this small intermediate pipe, which you're going to remove from the truck, and you're going to do so by removing these 3 flange bolts, which are the exact same as these ones. So to make it even more easier, what I'm going to have you guys do as well is there are 2 10 milli bolts right here holding the back section on. Additionally, there's 2 10 milli bolts right here. If you just take both sides all those fasteners off for in total. It's going to allow you to not have any problem taking this down, removing the spare tire or anything. So we're going to go for that right now and get the exhaust off the truck. All right, 15 millis coming off. These are attaching the intermediate pipe to the DPF. Not going to use any fire for these. Now we're not going to have to support the DPF. It's got a bunch of hangers over here already, so don't worry about it sloshing down and falling on you. So we just did these ones. Let's go ahead and remove these ones as well. You just saw that torque. Remember, we have a gasket here and a gasket there. We'll be able to reuse this. The truck, like I said, only has 20,000 on it. Now we're going to go for these 10 millis here. Finagle something right here. Drop down, and it's still going to hang on the hangers that we have right here. See how it's kind of dangling? In fact, we'll put one nut on here so it doesn't fall off. But let me show you how we're going to pop these ones off. And look, they're already cocked for us so that we can just pop this right off. All right, so we're going to just unbolt these 10 mil brackets. This is holding on that rear section. And you got two 10 millis straight going backwards. All right, now we are loosey-goosey, okay? I'm going to take this nut loose here. Intermediate section is going to come off. I'm going to leave this hanging right here, but here's the intermediate part that we're no longer going to use, but we're going to reuse this gasket if you have a different configuration, but bank supplies you one. And then this last piece right here has got a 10 mil that I put back in to kind of help hold it. And then this literally should come down just like this. Yes, you can take this down in your driveway, but this is what we're replacing from the factory to the bank's end. So we got that section that we're going to have to cut, the section that goes over the rear axle, and then the side kick exhaust. And we're going to transfer over this to their single mount flange, or their single mount hanger, just like we have here. So let's get the first section of pipe cut and then hung on the truck. All right, it is cutting time. Now this is real important. Depending on the cab length and bed length, wheelbase, it's all going to depend on where you're going to cut this. So we have the 160-inch wheelbase, we have the crew cab short bed, so we're going to be cutting 16.2 inches from the flat cut side, not the flange side. We're going to cut 16.2 inches, chop it off, and this is what's going to attach to the truck. If you had a 140-inch wheelbase, 148-inch wheelbase, a Super Crew short bed, you're going to be cutting it 28 inches from the cut end, and you're going to do that one right there. So on and so forth with the 164 wheelbase. You're going to be cutting 11.8 inches from the flat end, and then if you had the crew cab long bed, you're not going to be making any cuts. So after cutting, this is what is going to be coming off of the the rear axle part and is going to go forward to connect to that cut side, which is going to be right here. So let's get a cut. All right, here we go. Saw's on. I would have preferred a chop saw, but I don't have that right now. Over. Just going to try to follow the same line. Fairly decent. You can see it's a little oblong, but that's not going to matter because we're going to slip this into the other pipe. But we'll clean up these edges so they slide in alright. I mean, obviously, if you had a bandsaw or whatnot, this would look a little better. But using the materials that one is going to have probably at home, I mean, it's still going to work if it looks like this. So. We're going to need these exhaust isolators. I'm going to just spray some penetrant on here. Work the lube on the rubber, and then this one should pull right off. But these ones can be a little more difficult. You can use a pry bar, or you can get the actual exhaust hanger tool, and they should pop right off if you put some lube on it. I already sprayed some penetrant on there. This one should do the same thing, like that. And we are going to reuse these and put them on the new one. Now, a little easier to see those top bolt holes. So once you run those 3 in, finger tight these ones, and then you can do your final tighten on all 5 of them. All right, new pipe. This is they're facing forward. This is the same direction. And kind of put both of these on here like this, and we'll just kind of leave it loose right now. And then this one again is facing forward. We're going to take that end and do something just like that. Here it is, cut, and we're putting it on. We're using the gasket, and we're using factory nuts. Get that up there. And then you'll have something like that. All right, I think what I'm going to do is put this rear section over the axle first and kind of hold it like this. That pipe is going to be slipping in, and it's going to only go so far. I'm going to do something like this. Get my 10 mils and go ahead and put these in. Like that. Kind of give it another jiggle. Chimney crickets. All right, 3rd time's a charm. What do you say?
He said, what time should I be here tomorrow?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Okay. Just out of curiosity, how long will that take?
Screw that last one in. Okay, we have 3, and then these two shorty guys, these two short ones, are the ones that were going forward facing on the very top of that mount. Let's see if I can find the hole. There's one, and then the other one. Once you get the one started, you should be able to get the other one started. Oh, all right. All right, I like that geometry. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this DPF side down because this isn't going anywhere. This only can go in one spot. 15 milli coming at you. Okay, that's tight. It's still jiggly wiggly. We're gonna need a clamp on here. Okay, I think I'm gonna put the clamp like this. Let's see if I can peel this apart. I should have put it on first. Alright, I'm gonna put that clamp up top like this so we can't see it. Put it like right there. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the exhaust hanger clamps to the frame. Two little guys coming back here. Okay, that's pretty much in the spot where they need to be, although this clamp or this exhaust hanger could go. There we go. I like that better. Now they're sitting nice and straight. They can't slide anymore that way because this is going to stop it, and this isn't going to slide out because the back section is not going to allow it. So, all right, let's go to the back here and put the sensor in. All right, so we didn't take the sensor off the truck. It is part of the module. So I'm going to twist this like this, and I'm going to twist it back in to the pipe. I'm going to put some copper stuff on it. So I'm going to twist it and then twist it back the other way. All right, we're gonna snug this down. Okay, snuggy wuggy. And now I think it's time for this back section. All right, back section. I'm gonna put the clamp on now. I don't know if we should put it on that way or probably this way so we can get to it on the inside of the wheel well. get this thing on here. This is just going to slip over the other pipe, just like we did. There goes something like that. Something just like that. And then we'll go ahead and put these two 10s on the outside. If I can find a hole. Alright, there's one. And two. And I guess we're going to be able to get to it. Oh, I can't even see it now. One-eyed Willie. There's one. I'm gonna have to be feeling here. And there's number 2. All right, 10 millis. We're gonna tighten these down, and then we'll make sure this is all tightened together. 10 milli. On the outside. And then that leaves us our clamp, which is kind of in a good spot. I kind of like that. We have room between the shock. That's what Banks wants us to make sure. And they want us to make sure we have gap between the spare tire and this heat shield. So right now, it looks like our spacing is right where we want it. Got our sensor connected. I think we're gonna tighten these clamps down and get this a little more rigid so we can put the side kick exhaust tip. All right, these are 16 millis. I'm gonna do something like this. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here to this one. And I'm gonna do the same thing. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. So far, so good, man. That looks really, really nice. Now, for the last piece, we're gonna lower this down so we can get eye level with this badass exhaust on. Here it is, the last piece. I think I'm gonna put the clamp facing the spare tire, and here it is. And we're gonna go on. So far, give it a little turn here. Put that clamp on. Excuse the backup alarm. Alright. And then I need one little adjustment right here. Check it out. Final install of that Banks monster exhaust with that sidekick tip, Cerakote black. I guess the last thing you guys are going to want to know is what this thing sounds like and what it sounds like going down the road. So without further ado, let's lower this vehicle down and start the 6.7. Here we go. First starts. DPF. Catback exhaust, Banks performance. This is it. No more dual tip. Give it a couple of revs. definitely can hear more exhaust flow. Now, mind you, the truck doesn't have this secondary cat anymore, or a little resonator, but here we are, 22 Superduty 6.7 catback exhaust from Banks Performance. Big shout out to the Banks team for making quality products, and customer service is on par. Let me know what you guys think of the Banks catback exhaust for your 6.7 Power Stroke. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time with some more Banks stuff. One more.